In this video, we'll be taking a look at two WNBA games happening on September 18, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Dream versus Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever and Atlanta Dream collide Thursday night in what has become one of the most intriguing elimination games of this year's WNBA postseason. Both teams now have their backs against the wall, and with the series tied 1-1, everything comes down to this Game 3 in Atlanta. The Fever were counted out by many after their disappointing Game 1 showing, but they roared back with a statement win at home in Game 2, beating the Dream 77-60 in a performance that reminded everyone that playoff basketball is about adjustments, resilience, and star players showing up when it matters most. Indiana's victory was fueled by Kelsey Mitchell, who scored 19 points on efficient shooting while drilling 4 threes that kept Atlanta from building momentum. Aaliyah Boston once again proved why she's the anchor of the Fever frontcourt, pouring in 15 points while owning the paint and controlling the boards. Natasha Howard chipped in with steady two-way play, and Lexi Hull provided perimeter energy that kept Atlanta's guards uncomfortable all night. But while Indiana's win was impressive, it's impossible to ignore the bigger picture. The Fever are missing Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and several others due to injuries, and while their shortened rotation held up at home, doing the same in a high-pressure road game will be a much tougher challenge. For Atlanta, the concern is not talent but consistency. In Game 1, they looked poised and controlled, taking advantage of Indiana's lack of depth and running the floor effectively. But in Game 2, their offense collapsed under Indiana's pressure. Rhyne Howard was held in check, Alicia Gray couldn't find her rhythm, and Jordan Canada struggled to generate the pace and spacing the Dream usually rely on. As a team, Atlanta shot under 38% from the field and couldn't buy a three-pointer at critical moments. The Dream need to get back to who they are, a team that thrives in transition, spreads the floor with shooters, and leans on Howard's versatility as both a scorer and facilitator. Being back at home gives them that opportunity. Atlanta has played its best basketball in front of its fans, and elimination pressure should bring urgency right from the opening tip. Naz Hillman's rebounding and interior work could also be pivotal, especially if Boston once again controls the paint. The situational edge leans Atlanta's way. Indiana deserves full credit for digging deep in Game 2, but the lack of depth is glaring, and in a game where fatigue will play a role, the Dream's fresher legs and deeper bench should matter. Howard has had bounce-back games before, and Gray is capable of carrying stretches offensively if she finds her rhythm early. Canada is the kind of guard who can dictate pace and keep Indiana uncomfortable, especially if the Dream can force turnovers and get out in transition. Expect Atlanta to look more like the team from Game 1 than the one that stumbled in Game 2. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Dream to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total is where the narrative shifts, and despite the under easily cashing in Game 2, the over is the play in this decisive contest. Atlanta will push tempo, knowing that letting Indiana dictate pace leads to trouble. That means more fast break opportunities, quicker possessions, and a higher volume of shots. Indiana, even without their full arsenal, still has Mitchell's shot making, Boston's low post scoring, and Howard's ability to stretch the floor. If Atlanta plays faster, Indiana's scorers will get more opportunities as well, and while they might not win a track meet, they can keep up long enough to drive this total higher. Another factor is the win-or-go-home nature of this game. In these situations, defenses often start strong, but as the game wears on, fatigue and desperation lead to quicker shots, more fouls, and often free points at the line. Garbage time scoring is also a real possibility if Atlanta builds a lead, with Indiana forced to press and chase points late. Looking at the recent history between these teams, higher scoring has been the trend more often than not, and Game 2 was more the exception than the rule, with the Dream likely getting more from Howard and Gray, and Indiana still leaning on Mitchell to fire away. This feels like a game where both teams put together scoring runs. The market opened with totals in the mid-100s and 50s, and that feels reachable in a contest where one side is expected to play faster and the other has little choice but to keep up. The Fever won't go quietly, but the Dream's pace, combined with Indiana's ability to chip in with enough offense, should push this over. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Storm versus Las Vegas Aces. The Seattle Storm and Las Vegas Aces meet Thursday night in a winner-take-all Game 3, and the spotlight shifts squarely onto which team can handle the pressure best. After the Aces ran the Storm off the floor in Game 1 with a 102-77 rout, most assumed the series would be over quickly, but Seattle flipped the narrative in Game 2, digging deep late in the fourth quarter to rally from a 9-point deficit and win 86-83 at home. Skylar Diggins was the engine, piling up 26 points while attacking relentlessly, and Nneka Ogwumike backed her up with a 24-point, 10-rebound performance that kept the Storm steady whenever the game tightened. Rookie Dominique Malonga gave them unexpected but crucial help with 10 boards and the clutch free throw that sealed the game, while Ezi Magbagor and Gabby Williams added defense and versatility that forced Vegas out of rhythm down the stretch. That performance showed Seattle's toughness and reminded everyone this is a veteran-led squad that can rise to the occasion. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Storm to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Las Vegas will be favored again at home, and for good reason. Aja Wilson remains the best player on the floor most nights. Jackie Young and Kelsey Plum are elite shot makers, and Chelsea Gray's return to the lineup gives them another weapon to orchestrate the offense. But their collapse in Game 2 raises concerns, especially about handling pressure late. Vegas built a comfortable lead only to watch it evaporate as Seattle controlled the tempo in the final 5 minutes. The Aces have to re-establish their pace and get Wilson more touches in high-leverage possessions, because the Storm showed in Game 2 they can close if the game stays within striking distance. The total sets up as an interesting play because both games in this series have leaned toward offense. Game 1 blew past the number with Vegas pouring in 102 points, and while Game 2 was tighter, Seattle still found a way to hit 86 against one of the most disciplined defenses in the league. That balance is telling. Seattle has found a way to score consistently through Diggins' penetration and Ogwumike's inside play, while Vegas can push the pace and get hot from the perimeter at any time. A decisive Game 3 usually brings urgency, quicker possessions, and fouls that pile up, creating extra scoring chances from the free throw line. Seattle's offense is clicking at the right time, and Vegas will be eager to push tempo back in their building to avoid another late-game meltdown. When you factor in both teams' firepower and the likelihood of foul-driven points late, the safer lean is to expect this one to climb over the number again. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.